Welcome back. I always do this little spinny thing when I start the camera, but I don't know why, because I'm a complete weirdo, I expect. But anyway, if you watched the last video, I did mention that we'll be doing this. I haven't even done that yet. I'm just videoing while I'm inside because it's pitch black and cold outside. So anyway, that's the Toyo UJ. Let me just bring you over here and we'll have a little look inside. I'm sure loads of you are looking at that going, yeah, it's just a UJ. Do them all the time, but I've never done one. Let me just put the camera up and we'll have a look at what's inside. So it's a Toyo one. I don't know if that's any good or not. It was, I think it was like 15 quid or something off, what do you call it, eBay. So let's get that opened. So it comes with the retainer clip things, so new ones of them, that's always good. And it should be, yeah, there's a grease nipple there as well, so we can, this is a greasable one. So there it is. The reason it's not in the middle there is because I think when it's there you can access it, because if that's sort of doing that and that, you can sort of go in at the side wherever it's gone. There, you can get your grease nipple or your grease gun on your grease nipple and give it a go. So in here there's a load of needle bearings, so I don't know if you can see them very well or not, that are pre-greased as well, and then like a low ring there to keep it in. But there's a channel there, so the grease goes, lost the hole again, there it is. The grease goes in there, so when you grease it, it goes bump into there, fills that up, and then comes out of here and just greases those needle bearings. Now if you are going to do this, just check that when you take these off, they don't fall out, because they like to fall over, and then you go and ram it back on and then you wonder why it's not working properly. So yeah, just make sure it's moving freely, which they all are. But hopefully when we get this all installed, we'll have no play left. So I did mention again before, if you haven't watched the last video, I'll link it up there somewhere. But yeah, I did mention it, that we're going to also change the output seal as well, which is that one. So where it comes out the transfer box, goes onto like that assembly, and then off to the rear drive shaft. That's the seal, and I think that's gone bad because, well, it has gone bad, but I think it's gone bad because that has gone bad. So that's got some play in it now, so it's probably doing all this business as we're going along, which is stressing that, and that's probably caused that to leak, I would imagine. But I'm no mechanic, I'm an electrician, so but I like to have a go. Hopefully be nice and easy. Like I said, I've never done one of these in my life, so don't be watching this if you're looking for loads of tips and stuff, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So this is the situation under here. This is what I was saying about the leak. So it's flicked all oil up there, and I think it's because of this joint. It's bad. So I don't know if you can hear that. There's a load of play in that, and because there's play in it, I think that's what's done this seal as well. So we'll do the two while we're here, but the first thing I'll do, I'm going to give it a little clean, and I'm going to mark which way on this was bolted, because it's got to go back sort of similar, well, exactly the same position. I'll do this one while we're here because it's clean. So you just sort of make a mark on there and there, and then we know that that was there. And what I normally do is I do like another one, but like with two. Do it under there. 1, 2, 1, 2. So one's at the top, two's at the bottom, just so I can't muck it up, or if a line rubs off or whatever. Then I've got the backup one, and now I'm just going to do the same on this one, over here somewhere, once I've cleaned it, and we'll be good to go. And then it's just a case of cracking these, 4 of them, and that will slide in a little bit, and then just drop down past this, and then we'll do the same on there as well. 4 bolts there, and just drop that off. I was going to do this UJ as well, but I don't think I'm going to bother. There's no play in that one. It's all in this one. So yeah, right, I'm going to get cracking anyway. There she goes. She's off. 4 bolts there, 4 bolts there. Back ones, front ones, and now you can see in there it's all a bit gooey. So I've got some engine degreaser there. Just going to give that a good clean up. The back one doesn't look too bad, but I'll give it a clean anyway. And that I didn't notice before, I expect some of you did, but there's a little bit of a
some sort of goo here. So I imagine something's leaking here, so I might need a seal on that again at some point. But it's not too bad at the minute. I'm just going to give it a good clean up and then see how we get on. And I've also noticed that over there that's broke, so I'm going to have to get another one of them. That's the anti-roll bar thing, whatever you call it, bracket. Yeah, other things to report while we're under here is there's a big hole there, or 3 big holes. So I'm going to have to get my brother to weld that for me, because he's a good boy. There's a bit there as well missing. So yeah, but other than that, it all looks pretty good under here. Apart from that little flaky bit and the oily bit. But all the bushes are decent. There's a bit of rebar bolted on there, welded on, whatever. Christ knows why. I imagine it's something to do with this exhaust. But yeah, bump stops look alright. This is a bit flaky, so something to keep an eye on. But then again, it's an old truck, isn't it? So it's all getting a bit old. It all works still, so it's all little things that we can get done as time goes on. But nice brand new shocks at the back, new bushes on the trailing arm, whatever you call it. Anyway, right, I'm going to get cracking because I'll be here all day otherwise. Right, there she is. I've got this little Stanley workmate thing just to hold it. I've just pinched it there, it's not tight. Apparently you don't want to be squeezing that at all. And I think that's a weight for when they balance it, so that's quite important to keep on. Obviously don't touch that and that one. Yeah, it's all to do with it spinning, because if you don't have that, it would just shake like a pooing dog, and then you just have a bit of a nightmare. So, right, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these things, circlip pliers. I should probably give this a quick clean first, but yeah, pinch them, open that up. I hope we don't have too much of a nightmare in here, but there's a little grease nipple in there. So yeah, I'm going to try and get this apart. And I should say while I'm here, the only thing I have to do it is a G-clamp. So let's hope and pray that it works. Just got 2 of the clips out, but I just thought I'd show you this while I'm here. This is the playlet. So when you put it in gear and stuff, it would like clonk and things like that, but this is the play that's in it. So it's pretty bad actually. That shouldn't be doing that. It's not too bad the other way, like these two, but they are, God, these two, they are like looking a bit rough, but they're actually not too bad. But these two are both completely shot, as you can see. So that's what the clonking was when it was going into gear and stuff. So be happy to get this fixed, really. Right, they're all out, thank God. It's taken me about an hour. There's needle bearings everywhere. It involved a hammer, some selection of sockets. But yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But I would recommend getting a proper vise if I was you. I haven't got one. I'm going to get one now, just because if I ever have to do another one like that one, it's a bit oily, then I will definitely be using a vise, because that is a pain in the ass. But you can do it with a G-clamp. You just got to basically whack it a lot and use like some sockets to do it. And it's really mucky as well. Like everything is just caked in crap. I've had to use a ton of brake cleaner and WD-40 penetrant stuff and all that. Anyway, but now I'm going to go through and clean all these out really well, make sure that they're spick and span with some little bit of sandpaper and some brake cleaner and stuff like that, and really get them clean before we put the new one in. Here's the new one, ready to go for when we're ready. So yeah, we're getting there. Right, I spent an obscene amount of time cleaning the inside of them. I've got like a little round file and just sort of made sure that this was all like not sticking out, because I think when you hammer them out or whatever, just got to make sure there's no like bits of metal, do you know what I mean? So that one just needs to go a little bit further in, just so we can get the clip in. That one's in good enough. It moves quite nicely now, but just get a little bit further on that one, and then we'll be able to get the clips in. And then, oh, I better put in the grease nipple as well before I forget. I'll do that now actually. Where is it? I think it's in here. There it is. These clips are a bit different as well. They're not the old like ones with the
You know, the ones that have got like the little hole in the ends are these ones, so they'll still do the job, just a bit different. There's the grease nipple. Now I should probably put some like Loctite or something on there, or some sort of seal stuff, but I don't have any, so we're not going to be doing that. If it leaks, it leaks. I'll have to take it off and do it again. That just goes in there. Yeah, I definitely should have done this before, but luckily I can still get that off, so I can just nip it up, get a spanner in there, and also when you put these back, be careful the needles don't go over. Apparently, make out like I'm some sort of mechanic, but I'm really not. I'm just sort of winging it, trying to figure it out as I go along. But the amount of money I've saved over the years. Oh, there's a mouse. I just saw a mouse. Where'd he go? I must have caught about 5 mice in here in the last couple of weeks. Well, this is a bit of a detour, isn't it, to the video? Where is he? Oh well, anyway, he's in there somewhere. I've been setting, I started off with humane traps. So I didn't really want to kill them, but then they just didn't go in there, so I ended up getting the proper ones, and they work. I have to put a little bit of peanut butter in there, and that seems to do the job. Anyway, I digress. Why are we talking about mice? So hopefully that's the wrong size, and that's the wrong size. But anyway, I'm going to nip that up, and then what we're going to do after that is we are going to go to town cleaning this little fella, because it's a right old mess, but I'm going to do exactly the same, and then make that to that, and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. Well, I ain't gone and bloody done it, and I look at that. Now the only thing I would say is, don't use a Sharpie, get a paint pen. I've got one, and I just couldn't be bothered to go and get it because it's down in the other shed. So I just used a Sharpie, and it's all rubbed off, so I don't know which way that is, so that could be the wrong way, but I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference. But the other Sharpie marks are still good, and I remember which way this was up, so hopefully it'll be alright. But yeah, we're in there. Now I did see on YouTube that sometimes when you put them in, see that's like pretty loose, and then that way is a bit tighter. Now this one was like that, and I saw somebody on YouTube, so I just sort of had a little look. Basically you just give that a whack all around, and it does something mechanically that I don't know, and then it starts working. So that, like I say, that one was really hard to move a minute ago, so I just went around and whacked all this all the way around, and now it's like beauty. So there's a little tip for you from a man that doesn't know what he's doing. Like I say, I'm no mechanic whatsoever, I'm just sort of like trying to figure it out because I quite enjoy it, so there you go. I think everyone should have a go at fixing their cars if they can. If you'd asked me 10 years ago if I could do that, I'd be like, absolutely not. But anyway, right, I'm going to go and put it back on. Oh no, I've got to go and do that seal actually. Where is the seal? There it is. I better go and try and have a go at that first before I put it all back together. Oh joys! Right, it is the next day because it got cold and dark last night. So, next morning, oh look at this, this is cool. Nice fresh January morning. Anyway, so this is as far as I got. I bolted it back in, and I've made the exit. Oh, how have you just got out of there? Right, hang on. I found it, she's made a hole in the chicken wire. Brilliant. So yeah, I put this in, and then I made the executive decision to give this a good clean up, and the dog's got out again. Brilliant. Right, I'll sort the dogs out in a minute. Right, third time lucky. I've basically sprayed all the rear of the transfer box with engine degreaser and stuff, because I just want to give it a good clean and make sure it is coming from that shaft, because I haven't actually cleaned it since I've had it. So yeah, just make sure it's coming out of there, and then for the sake of 4 bolts, yeah, just drop it off and then do the seal. I think it might actually be a different gasket to the one to that seal that I've got, so we'll have to see. Anyway, right, I'm going to go and get the torque wrench, and the setting is, I think it's like 68 or something, so I'm just going to go and torque that thing up, and then we'll take it for a test drive. I've set the torque wrench to 68 NMs, Newton meters, so that's the setting. So I'm just going to torque up those bolts and we'll give it a little test drive. I've set the old hand choke thing, you know, down there. That thing. Because it is freezing this morning, but everything's all iced over. So yeah, we're revving nice and warm. Those aren't lights on, by the way. I think it's just because the sun's coming in. But anyway, right, into gear. Oh, it feels a lot better already. So when I used to like pull away, you'd feel like a clunk there. That's completely gone now. Oh yes, much better. Let's stop. Let's try reverse. Oh, it's completely gone. Hey, love that. There you go. Excuse me. It is properly freezing today. Like, you can see all the ice and stuff. Obviously, that means it's cold. So anyway, if you like the video, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it all the business, or don't. I really don't care. So have fun. Just hopefully it helps somebody out if they're changing their UJ or whatever. It's not actually that hard. It is hard, but it's not like horrendous. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.